Hey, I'm back. It's 1:22 p.m. So all my thinking wasn't clear because of being nervous about the potential job opportunity that I thought I was gonna have, but so I'm just trying to, I guess, finish off where I left. I don't remember exactly the things that I said in the previous video, but I mostly don't even go back and look at the majority of, like, I'll say about about 95% of my videos I really don't go back and look at. I used to in the beginning go back and replay my videos when I started actively and explosively on about April 1st, 2019. On the first the first PsychWorld channel, the PsychWorld, anybody remember me, from 2019, I used to call myself PsychWorld. Then when that got taken down, I called myself Targeted by the PsychWorld, and then I got a Targeted by the PsychWorld backup, and here's Candy Grandpre. But y'all know who tried to get all my channels taken down. So, it's like I apologize for the social media feuding and, I, put a lot of my videos private. I put a lot of my videos private and, still have some, footage that y'all can see that I'm a real targeted individual. And as I said, I'm the only real targeted individual that I know that I'm showing all my evidence and still get dismissed and discredited and all those thumbs down and, me trying to reach out to people for support and get no help. Or if I do get help, if I do seek help and somebody act like they want to help, then they, like, say, for example, I just try to reach out to Shayla Avance on Twitter. And then, I forgot about, I didn't even realize, she got one eye symbolism on her, that's the one with the surveillance survivors website. And, I reached out to her and, said I was homeless and desperate, tired of being on the streets and stuff. But she said she reached out to somebody and somebody was offering for a place for a TI to live. But the thing is, where is it? Chicago. Too cold out there. I cannot function. And then the person offering, guess what the person's Twitter name was? Something to do with Hell's Bells. I'm like, no way, I can't live with just any TI. If it was somebody that's a Christian TI, that's righteous and not a fake, and I know we're not perfect, excuse me. I know we're not perfect, but, somebody who's, Christian, doesn't watch TV, doesn't blast loud music, doesn't smoke cigarettes, but, I don't want to go to try to control other people's house or place of where they live at. I just would rather them naturally, if you know the truth about how the world operates, you naturally wouldn't blast loud music or ungodly music or, and I know, I don't, that's why I prefer to, if people could help me with a small place by myself, because then I can have things, when my disability is so challenging, and I just, I really don't want to, I don't want to, go to somebody else's house and, I don't want to try to alter or control their house. So that's one of the reasons why I have been wishing to get help to get a place by myself. I mean, I probably could have adapted to freaking Satoshi Forest and bundled up. But even the guy who runs the place, he even said it wouldn't be a good fit for me because it's too dirty. I'm like, well, wow. So, I guess the environment over there is too dirty. So I had a possible job opportunity today, but I couldn't take it, because I know it would be difficult, if figuring out how to get back and forth between Pensacola and Gulf Breeze if it's in Gulf Breeze and I'm on the streets with no place to take a shower, and some other situations that I wish I could talk about but I can't. I see people saying, I've been told this, and when I used to have a place, I did used to try to stock up on food and prepare for end times, like stock up on food, water, soap, or whatever. I was prepared for Hurricane Katrina and did not realize it. And yes, it was with some student loan money, but that was what all I had at the time, but it's like trying to prepare. Some people would call it the tribulation, the New World Order, or whatever. But, I often become afraid. And it's like every single day is a shit hit the fan moment for you if you're homeless and, struggling to survive. And, I have the desire for independence and self-sufficiency, but I feel helpless and ignorant. And, even though I have a bachelor's degree, I still do have like some learning disabilities, and because of my strokes when I was 5, and the foster mom kept us overly sheltered, and just kept us ignorant and stuff like that. But me trying to, I read up on some skills, but I have not had a way. I haven't had a way to try to practice those survival skills. And I don't, as I said, I don't know where to go off the grid, or, and it's frightening to be, it's frightening to be, a single female by yourself and just like thrown into the woods and just don't know how to survive. Out in the woods, because I never really been like out in the woods, The closest I guess out in the woods or anything similar was walking through the forest in Costa Rica. And I don't even know if that was considered out in the woods, but I do know we walked through a forest. I never in my life thought I would walk through a forest or stand under a waterfall, a natural waterfall. In Costa Rica, I got along the best with nature and not people. So, I heard it's supposed to rain tomorrow and a few other days. And because of what happened last night, I really have no place I can go. There's no place I can go that where I can have like a shelter head over me to protect me from getting wet in the rain. Every place is private property. So, am I supposed to just sit outside and just let myself get drenched and soaked? And, I don't even know, because sometimes Pensacola will say it's going to rain and have you can't even trust the apps. If they say that it's going to rain, and then next thing you know, it ends up, I get a hotel room and it doesn't rain. And then the next night, I'm back on the streets with no money. And then it's pouring and like dangerous weather. And everybody got the hotel rooms booked up. And they did the price gouging on the hotels and stuff like that. So I guess the end times is getting nearer, like closer. And, you know, our freedom of speech or speaking out about that, you know, is limited. So, you know, if I don't have a hiding stash or a car or vehicle or nothing like that, I don't know how I could, you know, I can barely carry that one bag of I can barely carry that one bag of my sleeping bag, and then I have my backpack that I carry. And it just has, I mean, well, it's nobody's business what I have in my backpack, but nothing bad or illegal. But I'm trying to better myself as a Christian, and it seems like, you know, it's challenging and difficult fighting with the perps, and you get angry, and, you know, the flesh comes out, and you get angry, you know, at the perps. But I'm the only target that I know that I show in your face evidence of the gang stalking and get like 14 thumbs down, and I'll be lucky if I get 4 thumbs up. I don't really get that many comments. Most people like withdraw away from me, and they're supposed to be targeted as well. And, you know, you're scared to try to go take that risk. Say if I were to take that risk and a person was to pose as a Christian targeted person, and then I go fly or ride the bus or somewhere all the way to Chicago, and kind of find out they're a perp or somebody who want to set me up for human trafficking or sacrifice or whatever, you know, so then they'll make it like, oh, you just don't want help, or you just want things your way and stuff like that. I'm like, no, y'all don't understand what I'm trying to do, you know. So I have to cross that out, that option of the suspected satanic person who's offering a place to live. So, I just wish that somewhere here, you know, I said before November, right? In the previous video, before November, I mean, with all this rain, I wish I could get like help now, you know, with an alternative way of living or a place to live or something like that. Or just, I mean, I'm just trying to think of something, you know, and that's one of the reasons why I put up the GoFundMe, and I mean, through the influence of others, you know, and plus PayPal, whatever. And, you know, people just making up false assumptions about me, you know, and they just assume that they think they know what I'm doing with the money that's donated to me. But if any of y'all remember, I mean, even though I wasn't obligated to, but I still showed y'all what I was doing with the money donated to me when I was staying those exact, like 3 months at the Hospitality Inn Hotel, just trying to stay warm from the winter, because I was banned from the Inslee First Baptist Church that was full of narcissistic perps who set me up and wait till the coldest day of the year, like 30 degrees, to throw me out cold on the streets in Pensacola. So, if it weren't for that one lady, Miss Sally, I probably could have done well with coping with the way they ran that emergency shelter. You know, it was kind of tolerable, but Miss Sally was the only problem, one of the main problems, you know. And so, you know, I'm just trying to seek help for some security, for a place to live, even if y'all can pray for me or share my information, since, you know, I don't want to be doing YouTube videos anymore because of, you know, lack of support and lack of help and lack of people to understand me and try to believe what I'm going through. People would rather believe the lies and smear campaigns, and they don't try to investigate for themselves. You know, they just hear a rumor and then go along with it because they're too lazy to go and find out, you know, the truth and stuff like that. If somebody donates me money for a hotel, then I'm going to go for that hotel room, you know. But it's like I've explained before about being banned from the cheaper hotels and restaurants. And if you look in the few videos prior, you know, the targeted individual, the gang stalking registry or checklist, then, you know, how we targets are sabotaged. And then you hear about us being, and I've experienced it too, them being overcharged and cheated out of food, services, whatever. You know, even when I had try to have a car, they would, you know, I was wondering why I was getting taken advantage of, and I didn't realize it was due to the targeting. But, you know, I mean, I don't have any honest Christian targets to be. I mean, even if you're not targeted, you know, if you're Christian and you try to help me, you know, if we fellowship and can grow in Jesus Christ. I know I'm a weak Christian, but I'm not a fake one. And I've been through a lot of different forms of abuse, even spiritual, which hurts the worst. Like some people say that spiritual and sexual is the worst abuse. So I don't want anybody that's connected with New Age, witchcraft, Freemasonry, or none of that. And it's very hard to find somebody that's not going to be a deceiver and trick you into something wicked, you know, or try to set you up. I mean, I'm just, you know, begging for help to try to survive. I mean, like, I don't even know if anybody could donate me a vehicle, but then I'm sitting here wondering, they keep me sleep deprived constantly. I mean, I slept very good the previous 2 nights in the hotel, but last night on the streets, I only got like 2.5 hours of sleep, maybe somewhere around there. And I know that's not good. So it's a doggone challenge that I have the mentality to drive. I have a license, but they just need to stop sleep depriving me. Stop vibrating my body. Stop trying to destroy me. I've been abused and tortured all my life. And yes, we targeted individuals are entitled. We are entitled to reparations. And gang stalkers, yes, y'all bastards, y'all owe us. Y'all owe us. All the stuff, but y'all think y'all are entitled to have authority over a stranger? You think you have the authority you think you have authority and control over an online stranger or a stranger in person? You think you can dictate my life and, you know, try to treat me like a babysitter and stuff? I have not sold my soul, and I'm not going to sell my soul. You know, I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to give it up for, you know, in exchange for, you know, a doggone. But nowadays I heard that it's going to be a time to come where you sell your soul just for a morsel of food to eat. And that's scary and hard. And I know we got to depend on Jesus Christ more. We have to depend on God more. But people think it's being selfish and justifying your selfishness is the right way to go. And I know the Bible did predict that for the end times. They predicted that for the end times. So, it's really scary out here, and nobody cares about a single disabled black female. I have a bachelor's degree. They don't care about a single black female disabled, on the streets. And community mobbing, noise campaigns, and threats at me, and attempted assault and stuff. And, and they ran me out of the neighborhood. I didn't know what they were going to do to me, the neighbors. Bouncing around from state to state. I didn't realize this was the gang stalking having me, like this. And then they think that we should blame ourselves for what they did to us. And they say, well, Candy refuses to take responsibility for her actions, when it's actually y'all narcissistic perps who manipulated this. Y'all narcissistic perps think y'all have the authority and the right to control our lives and manipulate us, no matter what your age is and what our age is, what us targets. Y'all think y'all got authority, a license to meddle in other people's personal business. Even if we do put it out there, you just handpick and choose who to harass. Because plenty of people put their information, when I say, something of their personal life out there. And, you're not going to go and harass that person. But, if somebody would do a video, and it being like a one-time YouTube video about a time that when they were raped in college, and then I don't know what's so special about their video that it gets so many YouTube views. That it would get so many YouTube views and everything. So I redid, I added more to this video because it was, me trying to say more things, in addition, and I'm feeling like with the gang stalking, like I'm afraid to go walk out in the streets and how to handle ignoring or not responding to the perps' attacks on me. Their attacks on me in the one headlight, and for me to try to everything I can to not have a meltdown. So for me to not have a meltdown, at all these attacks, and and it's supposed to be that, the perps laugh like, ha ha ha, there's nothing you can do about it. That basically there's nothing you can do about it. Maybe she ain't one, but it's basically me trying to figure out how to deal with the perp without feeling the need to film everything, and knowing that they're wrong and criminal for this. And y'all call me hateful. Y'all call me wicked-hearted, evil, and hateful, and a monster and a crazy person. And this is what y'all manipulating and provoking. This is what y'all are doing to me. This is earth, and I get no rest day or night. I already have my hell. And then I'm supposed to burn with weeping and gnashing of teeth for eternity when I die too? Where the worm dieth not and the fire is not quenched, and For me to not have a sip of water in hell, me going to hell behind trying to fight y'all. You know, this is doggone, I know it's doggone spiritual. And the fact that even TIs, even so-called 2 Christian TIs, can't get along. As I say, I'm just trying to figure out how to survive. You know, I'm really scared, and I feel like, should I just give up and just, you know, let myself get drenched and just lay somewhere outside, 24/7, be immobile and just pee on myself and just let myself go without eating and just have nothing, you know, no help, no nothing. You know, if I should just freaking let myself starve. Because as I said, see, that's the noise campaign. As I said, a 10-year-old potted meat or spam with moldy bread is still too luxury for me. Y'all just don't want me to have anything good. You provoke my unhappiness and then make like y'all wonder why I'm not happy. Y'all the narcissistic gang stalkers.